What's up, everybody? We are just gonna go live for the Gemini video since I didn't do Geminis for Taurus season. My bad, y'all. Like I said on the collective video I'm gonna post on YouTube, the Geminis have been hiding, so I couldn't tap into y'all energy just easy like that, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's see. This season for you all, you now feel free. You now feel like you can finally pinpoint like what it is that you're supposed to be tapped into and who you're supposed to be tapping into and connecting with, and like what connections are going to create a spark that is going to basically help you realize that you've been right all along, and you know, like you knew what's coming. Like I feel like the energy of Gemini for this season is going to be, I knew it. Like you're going to be saying that a lot because you're going to be proving yourself right a lot if you are walking, you know, your purpose. And you know the Geminis, if you're not walking in your purpose, you feel like shit. You cannot fake it. You just don't, you're not built like that. So you know if you're walking in your purpose because it feels good and you feel good and you know you're nice to people around you and all that stuff. And you should be seeing that on the tail end of your season, you're going to be eating. We got nourishment right there. It starts with acceptance. Okay, let's see. So believe it or not, people don't realize it, but Geminis do put their needs last. Underneath all of that Maybelline, they do really think about other people and try to set things up, even if indirectly, for people to be good. They're just never going to not look at things in their favor too, and that's just not their makeup. Or that's just not your makeup, sorry. I'm start talking to the other twin. Y'all are pulling me. Anywho, things are going to be moving in your favor. You are going to be sought after. You know, you are going to be recognized. Now, everyone is accepting the God complex. I always talk about with the Geminis. But how are you going to handle it? History has seen time and time before. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. So are you going to find a balance where you tap into like the highest level of absolute power? Or are you going to be greedy and eat for two and have power corrupt absolutely? That's the choice. So it's time to be out and in at the same time. I don't know if you can kind of understand that, but what I see here is that you've kind of got to incubate a little bit. You've got to only be out with a purpose, like if you're out and about. So not going out, not hanging out, not like doing shit just to do it and to fill voids of your like time because you're bored and nothing's really like piquing your brain like interest at a level because your brain functions at a high level. So you kind of just be like whatever. And when you do connect with people, or when you do go out, or when you do hang, it is edifying you, right? And you are edifying the environment. And basically it's just saying you need to nurture your internal self. You need to nurture your spirit. Because the thing is, that greediness that I'm talking about is eating for two. Because yeah, there are two of you, you know, when it comes to receiving. But it's two spirits. It's not two physical spaces. And you need to learn how to occupy the space as a whole unit, as a single unit, and yet edify both sides of your spirit. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I feel like the Geminis, you know, I'm speaking y'all's language. Because this season is going to be about, do you see the truth or do you see the illusion? Do you see with your spiritual eye or with ego? You know, and not to bash ego, but just identify which eye that you're looking at it from. And then be truthful, and that's where it's coming from. And, you know what I'm saying? Execute the energy. We're not really saying to change. We're saying just recognize the variances in your energy and how it affects the world around you. Because it is infectious. Because, I mean, big things are coming. You just got two egos and two spirits to balance, if we're going to be real with it. But it's worth it. And the energy that you put out doing it the way that you're doing it is going to be an example, and people are going to feed off of that like a battery pack and do the same. And that's a God complex for you. Okay. So, time to stop doing it alone. Even though you've done a great job commanding your world how you have, and even having a level of like, I'm okay with the solitude, or I ain't gotta have nobody up in this motherfucker. I don't care. Oh, that's my phone. My bad, y'all. You know, I don't care about the solitude. I can make it regardless. That's great, but you don't have to do it like that anymore. There's so much around you, so many people around you that actually love, care, and are real people. I was listening to that motherfucking Janae Aiko back on my bullshit or whatever, right? And I mean, shit, y'all kind of in that same energy, but you got to be truthful that there's a level of you that's kind of been a little hurt, and you've been off to yourself licking your wounds a little bit where nobody can see. But now wounds are healed, you're looking good, and we want to see you. The world needs to experience you. And you've got to trust yourself and your discernment, and even trust that your temper is not bigger than your spirit, and go forth with what your ancestors are begging you to do. You already know. Y'all have been hearing the talk from the ancestors since 3 years ago, 4 years, before people even really was acknowledging that. So, like, all this stuff we on, like, let's stop bullshitting. Like, y'all don't know what's going on the spiritual landscape. So take advantage of it. All right, Geminis. This is your Gemini season video. I'm going to save it so y'all can watch it later, and it'll go on YouTube in a little bit. If you want to get a personal reading from me, then hit me up in my DMs at Sweet Love Sanctuary, and we're going to get it popping.